Okay, we're live. So here we are. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Got a very special story to share with you today of a beautiful woman. Her name is Clemison-Lanza. And this is one of our very favorite things that we love to do is we love to share stories of hope because there's so many people out there. So here we are. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
And it doesn't have to look a specific way. You can take control of your life if you have the right tools and you have the right support and you just have the know-how on how to make that happen. So I'm going to turn it over to my friend April. And April, if you want to share just a second here, a little bit about your story and then how you met Karen, that would be awesome.
Okay, great. Yes, I met Karen several years ago. I used to be a substitute teacher, and I was on my journey and found that I lost 40 pounds in 4 months on this program. And I was so excited about it that when I walked in and saw Karen in school, she just could not believe the difference that I had gone through. So you can see my before and after there. And that's when Karen actually, reached out to me and said, "Oh my gosh, what did you do?" And that was one thing to notice is that was 4.5 years ago. And I've been able to keep the weight off for 4.5 years. So to me, that's the most important part of the program. But I want to introduce Karen to you because Karen's transformation has been amazing. And as we always say, this transformation is more than just your body. It's also what happens with your mind and your mindset. So Karen, go right ahead and tell your story.
Hi, guys. So, I definitely have known April for some time. And in the process of that, April would come into my office. And I noticed over a summertime, she came in and she was not the same April. She was actually much thinner. So I had asked her at that time, "Oh my gosh, April, what are you doing?" And she goes, "I'll call you tonight." So she ended up giving me a call. And right away, that night call, I actually denied this. I was pretty heavy, and because I denied this because of the cost, we discussed it first, and I said, "Well, unfortunately, I don't think I can actually do this." So we turned around, and time went on. I think it was pretty close to 2.5 months. In that 2.5 months time, I gained an additional 8 pounds, and I really went to my husband crying for help, asking him, "Can I please do this?" And you guys have to understand, my husband is the most amazing husband. And for the first time, he declined this. He told me, "No, I do not support you on this." So when I decided to go on, I was now reaching a high peak again. And I was pretty close to 190. I was like 188 point something. And by the time the box came, I believe my weight was 192 because I thought I can live it up before I started the box. But in the process of all this, I have a little bit of a longer path of what I have put myself through. So back in 2009, I chose to have gastro bypass. And the reason I did this is because at that time, I really was 248 pounds. Losing 20 pounds upon that on my own because they would not do the gastro bypass until I lost weight. The reason I did the gastro bypass because I was born with scoliosis. With scoliosis, the weight on my back actually literally broke my back. And I had to go in for fusion surgery. In the process of that fusion surgery, they could not fuse the correct way. Normally a fusion surgery is where they want to tap into your front pelvic to the back. They started the procedure to start cutting through my stomach, and they could not reach. So they had to put me over, complete the surgery on my third vertebrae, but nothing else. So my surgery was complete, but it wasn't satisfying to the doctor. Shout outs to Tiffany Rogers because she's the one that actually can help me walk today. So the process of that, we talked and we just discussed that I would do the gastro bypass to help me lose weight instantly, or I'd have to go in back for another back surgery. And that would be on my 5th vertebrae. So if I didn't lose the weight, she said, "I'll see you in 3 months." So through all this little time span, again, this is when April comes into my life, and I really have to reach out to her and say, "I'm broken. You need to come fix me." And that was the process of being denied, saying I can't do it financially, and then also stepping forward and saying, I'm going to do this without the support of my husband, who is my biggest hero. So also, I started putting on my weight right after my third child. Married to my first husband for 16 years, that relationship crumbled, taking that pretty much out on myself, putting more and more food into my stomach, allowing myself to get so large, causing my back to go out. Also cancer survivor. So, and after giving birth to my third child, we discovered a year after that I had ovarian cancer and I was stage 3. So in the process of all this healing, God has totally taken his hand and he has healed me, but not in this weight, not in this blanket that I held on top of me. So it is through God brought April to me, and he brought this program to me. So with this, I have used this as a key, not only to build this body as a temple that which he wanted me to be. He wanted me to be a temple. He wanted me to show my light and who I am. And I really try to show that to you guys out there, who I am. I truly am a temple, but it's not always been easy. So yes, in the process, I have found me and I found my new temple, and I give glory to God that he has pulled me from that. So I just so thankful. So the cost was, yes, something that stopped me, but I had to readjust to figure out what was I doing with my life? What can I take away? What was my takeaway that I can call? Was it my medicine that I had to buy monthly that I no longer do? Was it my Starbucks edition? I think it was my Starbucks edition. I was addicted to Starbucks, and they knew me by name at every Starbucks. And I would go in frequently, and they go, Karen, you want your skinny vanilla latte? Well, at 240 pounds, I thought that was just the cutest little thing, a skinny vanilla latte, just as they called it, but didn't realize I was drinking my calories away. Also, I didn't realize I was putting that money back into them and not in my household and not in my temple and who I am, the vessel. So I was spending close to $230 a month in coffee, because I would go 3 times a day and get a venti skinny vanilla latte. So I vowed to my husband I would never drink another Starbucks again, which now I am, but back then I wasn't. I changed my lifestyle completely. And I took that money and I actually found a way to get this program to work for me. And in the long run, I became a health coach to make myself accountable to everyone around me. So not even building a healthy mind, which you can tell right now that I'm in a better place. A healthy body, which is something that you physically see on somebody, but it's yet something that's also considered. I'm on no more meds, you guys. I have arthritis and I no longer take arthritis pills. I don't have to take anything other than this program. So people who want to say they're diabetic, people who want to say, I can't do this financially. If there's a will, there's a way. And I have to say, find who you are, find your vessel, fill your vessel with the right stuff, and then go out and shine your light. Because you know what? It took me a while to shine my light. And I just want to, my joy is so full. Like, I want to share this with everybody that I wake up happy. I wake up excited. I want to share the stories of the ones that have followed me, who are now underneath me, who say, Karen, I've lost 30 pounds. Karen, I was able to fold my legs in the car while driving in the passenger seat. That was huge. I'm sorry. That's someone who could actually bend over and tie their shoes, someone who can walk around the block. These are all my stories, and I'm listening to them in my client stories. That is my joy. That is my happiness. So I just wanted to share. It was not always an easy journey, guys. And yes, I may look like Pollyanna half the time on Facebook because I am so full of joy, and I am definitely one of God's sheep that I'm not lost, and he is definitely protecting me. So I definitely have a lot to be very thankful over. And I have to say one thing. So it's making a difference. And this is from Lori and April. So when we are together, you guys really need to read this. This is a boy who is walking the beach, and it's the night before was a storm, and all these starfish came aside and they washed up on the shore. And that little boy, he went up there and he was picking up the seaweed and stuff like that. And he was tossing these back into the water. And an old man walked up to him and said, "What are you doing?" And he says, "I am putting these back in there." And he goes, "The tide's going to come back again." And he goes, "And the ones left beside will just die. The beaches are miles and miles long." And he picked up the last one and he picked it up and he threw it in the water. And he said, "But that one counts. I am that one. You can be that one." We make a difference, you guys. We make a difference. So go out there, show who you are. So I'm sorry for crying, but it's so emotional because when to lose another body, a child out of your, like you could have, I carried around. So my total weight loss, 103 pounds, but the total weight loss is not who made me. It is not. It is this program. It is carrying others. So let you be that other part of me that jumps on me to carry that weight, and we'll do it together. So we are family, and that's just how I feel. Thank you guys so much.
Oh my goodness, Karen, thank you for that. I just wanted to pop your picture up one more time. It's like it's hard to believe, it's when you see you and you are so full of life, and sometimes people don't know how far you've come and what you've gone through and what you've overcome to get there. And that's a choice. It's a daily choice that you make every single day. And I just wanted to pop that on there because it's like, if you look, I love the picture here on, well, my left here, but it's so hard to believe, like so many people are feeling today exactly how you felt in that picture on the left, when you didn't have hope and you didn't think you could get yourself out of this and you were in so much pain. And now, like, the Karen we all know is this Karen who's so vibrant and so full of life and so just happy all the time. And there's a reason for it. I've had people say to me, "Why are you so happy?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, why are you not?" It's a choice. Like, why shouldn't we all be this happy? It's a choice every single day. And so I love the message that you give out to this world. I love it because we need more people like you in this world that are making a difference and are taking, I'm getting all crazy emotional right now because it's like, I remember when you first got started on your plan, and I'm so happy. And how long have you had your weight off, Karen? Because I think that, I don't know if you said that or not.
Yeah, no, I didn't. So I have been off. I've been at the same weight for 3 years. And so it's even when I go into my normal doctor, who is not a very touchy, lovey guy. Do you know that he can't even hold back? He has to hug me every single time I walk in because he's gone through my journey of, "What are you doing? Keep it up." Like he just, yeah. So no, it's been 3 years. Actually, it was April was 3 years. So, and never turning back, never turning back, just feeling the joy, feeling like there's no other words to express that. I thought this would never be me. I thought I can never do this. And it, from the time that I started Optavia, so it took me close to 7 months to meet my goal weight and 3 years to live the life I wanted to live. So it is just staying consistent and knowing what I wanted and wanted to prove to my husband this was not a gimmick. That's what I wanted to prove. And guess what? The man eats cauliflower rice and has no idea. So we're in. Don't tell you, but we're in, So you'll find me on Facebook that I'm always hacking things and giving it to my husband and go, "What?" So yeah.
I love that so much. We are not a gimmick. I'm so glad that you said that.
Not a gimmick.
Furthest thing from a gimmick you could ever imagine.
Yes.
And it's because of this. It's because of community, and we get to do life together, and we get to support each other. It is so rare in this world to find that layer of support. This is why we keep our weight off. This is why we live our best life. This is why we make the daily choices every single day to choose us, to choose our best life instead of choosing our addictions. And that's what it takes, you guys. If you're listening and if you're like, "Oh my gosh, it could happen for those 3 ladies, but it can't happen for me." Honestly, I'm just asking you to take another look at what you're saying. your words are so powerful. And if you say that it's hard, it's going to be hard. And if you say, I strongly am going to make a change in my life, then you will. But you need support. You need a community that's going to lift you up. You need your buddy right next to your side, loving on you, supporting you, giving you the tools. You need the right tools. You need the tools that are going to help you move forward, because none of us really are just born this way. We are born into a culture that rewards us with ice cream every time we get an A on our report card. And we're born into a culture that you go to a sporting event and everybody brings cookies and cake and Gatorade and junk. Like, we are filling our kids with junk. And so we grow into our adulthood with these habits that were really meant from love. However, we're just programmed, and we think that that's what's going to bring us our comfort, when it's actually giving us the absolute opposite. So anyway, I could just go on all day. I love your energy, Karen. Thank you for bringing it today. Thank you for your vulnerability. Guys, if you're listening, this is not easy to do. And I just want you to know that. And I just congratulate you, Karen, in taking that leap of faith, taking that step out of your comfort zone to help give another person hope that's listening today, because you could have easily said, no, I don't want to share my story. I'm too uncomfortable doing that. But you said yes. And you said yes, not just to yourself for taking a leap of faith, but you said yes to everybody else that's listening today, that is sitting at home wishing that there was a way out of their current situation. And so thank you for doing that. It means the world to me. I adore you. April, did you want to say anything else? Oops.
I'm trying to unmute. No, I just, once again, I'm so proud of Karen. And, she's, like she said, she's coaching other people now. That's really keeping her accountable. And that's why I became a coach. I was told that I'd be 5 times more likely to keep my weight off if I became a coach, and truer words were never spoken. So giving other people health and hope is my mission. I know it's your mission, Lori, and I know it's your mission, Karen, but I really appreciate all your words, Karen, and hopefully somebody out there that is, sitting there perhaps crying themselves to sleep at night the way you did will see this and will be able to give them some health and hope also. So thank you very, very much.
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you for walking in that room, April. Thank you.
Well, I love you, ladies. Can keep spreading it, ladies. And if you're listening and you want to reach out to one of us, we'd be more than happy to. You can just share a quick little conversation on what this could possibly do for you in your life as well. So, all right. Love you, girls.
Love you guys. Thank you.